This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, before going ahead, thanks. Few people have given submitted their task. Okay, as I can see, the Sushila has also given the task yesterday, and the Deepak has submitted the task too as well, and Sagar has provided task. Okay, so yep, uh, and I have responded to all the queries. I believe so. Okay, so I'll just want to talk a few of the tips today as we have this Friday session. Okay, so today is a day where we wrap up the project and then we, of course, you can try tomorrow and then day after tomorrow also the project thing. Till the time you are not, finishing it up with your task, you can just keep going on. But let me talk about uh, few of the things with respect to how we can represent this topic in front of interview and all. Okay. So first thing first that this was the AWS cloud services we talked, and as you all know that this is the important topic that the we're discussing, right? Like everybody will look for AWS services to have exposure on it, and most of the people they are looking for it. So that's the reason we cover this topic, and this topic enables you to work in the cloud environment. So you need to provide all those detail in your CV first of all, as usual, like what are the services you're working on. So just make sure that you put like EC2, S3 bucket, EBS, CFS, CloudWatch, or whatever the services okay, auto scaling group, ALB. So do mention this all services in the services, including like let's say you have worked on Kubernetes, so do mention the EKS. That is again part of this service easier. So that shows us that you have worked on these things. The next thing is that when you are explaining your experience or services, so try to highlight few of the things which are not common. Okay, like let's say somebody will just say that they know the AWS services such as EC2 something, the VPC network services, subnet. Okay, you may talk out like this way that you know how to set up the private subnet, public subnet, route 53, route tables and all. Okay, so that shows that you know something extra and you have done practically things. Okay. Famous question around goes to EC2 always that let's say you have created one EC2 in the public subnet, you have the other EC2 in the private subnet. You know how you can log into it. Okay, the SH how you can do it. So Bash knows the answer is something you guys. I hope you know it. Okay, when it comes to the second question is something around that. Let's say we have the instance created in the private subnet. Now how you can provide the internet connection to them. Okay, so NAT gateway is the answer, but people get confused between this bastion host and with a lot. And this is a very common question that we interviewer love to ask. So please make a note of it that you know the answer of this question well. Then coming to the very first question that as soon as they ask you the introduction, the biggest flaw that I always find, like sometimes I have taken like multiple interviews, and let's say if I ask you the question to any person that can you tell me the services, what are the services you have worked on, and let me tell you the direct answer. What they tell me is 90% of the people don't even able to tell the services name. Okay, now they have worked on it. Okay, they have already worked on it. Their CV says that. If I ask the question, okay, they able to speak, but you should be knowing those you in a flow that you should be knowing that what are the services you're working on. Okay, you might likely miss the most of the important services, or the people just get blank there. Okay, they're just able to speak that the EC2 S3 and not more than that any single service they're able to speak. So that shouldn't happen with my students. Okay, I want you to have answer prepared for to what are the services you have worked on, and at least one line for each one that what it does. Okay, so you can just tell them the answers in a better way. Okay, all the best practices we have done. So whenever somebody asks, so just tell them with the best practices what you are doing. Let's say you're making sure that your instances are coming up with the EC2 user data. You're taking the snapshots every now and then to have a backup of your EC2 machines. you're mounting extra volumes. So these are the activities you're performing within the S3 buckets. You are making sure that lifecycle policy is enabled so that after data gets transferred to different storages, and each service has few set of questions. Let's say if I talk about S3 bucket, S3 bucket's popular question is what are the storage classes you know. Okay, so you should be knowing those names, right? Like something the standard one. If you're not choosing any storage class, then we have intelligent tiering. Then we have the standard 1A. Okay, basically 1A zone. Our data will remain in the 1A zone. Infrequent access. Then we have a glacier. We have a deep glacier. Okay, so instant retrieval glacier. So depending on which your use cases, okay, as per that you'll be putting data, but you should be knowing those storage class names. You should be able to explain them, and this we have done, right? So you just explore, have little bit hands on those. So the those will those things can help you in the during the interview. And for each services, just look for here and there. Okay, like what could be the possible questions you may get. Somebody the question will around okay, arises as that let's say we have to do have a deployment of the application. Okay, can you tell me the end-to-end workflow, how you can do it with the help of the AWS platform. Now the end-to-end workflow means that basically they are expecting you to put the application on EC2 within the boundary of target group, and your EC2 scaling will happen with the auto scaling group. Then you will have listener and load balancer, and then load balancer is going to forward traffic. Again, load balancer you are going to configure it with the domain name system either from Route 53, or you will be purchasing your own like a GoDaddy or Hostinger. Okay, anything which you know. From there, you will be purchasing the domain name, and then you will be using it for your system, right? So you should be able to tell the workflow. Okay, then comes to the CI/CD. Okay, now when I when I ask you the question, okay, let's say what are services you know. So do highlight that you know the code pipeline thing. Okay, code deploy, code commit, code build. Okay, people just forget. Okay, that's I'm telling you, people just forget. So I've so that's something you also have to tell them. Within that services name you should be telling all the services which you know. Code deploy, or like whichever the services I've talked about. Okay, code pipeline, these are the important services, and that shows that you have worked on these are not a normal services. Okay, so you stand out by telling them these services you know. So that's one thing you can tell them. So yes, this is overall the it's all about services, and of course you should be keep exploring if you have the extra services also from your end. Not the like the important services we are covered, but something that the JD is expecting. Let's say you read a JD, and JD is expecting something which we haven't talked about, or we have never spoken about it. So just Google it, what the service does. Okay, so just have some cheat sheet around that, what each services does, what is the name of service. So you may look into the little bit around that, and probably that might help you. Okay, during interviews, if you get any questions, something that you don't know, just say I'm not able to recall. So these are the tips and tricks I always give. I just keep repeating so that you people will be uh, grab it by any way. Okay, so might feel sometimes boring, but yeah, I'll just tell that maybe we just joined few of the students at every single time, so that's the reason I'm telling it. So you have to be prepared in terms of interview, and of course start applying it. Okay, that's one thing. The current market is not that great to have with fill up with a lot of opportunities, but you have to keep trying. Okay, so after a while, sometimes at some time the market condition will definitely be better than what we have right now, but you have to keep trying. Okay, and put your resumes on LinkedIn or on uh, let's say the Naukri. Okay, like whichever the countries you belong. Okay, so there which platform works, so just check as for that. For India, the better platform is the Naukri.com. Okay, so they may just look that particular platform, and that platform can help you to get the job. Okay, so just look for that, and after that you can and you just keep updating your CV there. Just keep updating your information there. that brings your CV to be little highlighted. Algorithm just find a CV uh, in a, like the HR can see that, okay, like you have updated this at this time and all those things. Okay, so those matrices maybe also help you. So these are the few simple tricks that you can utilize uh, to put your CV on the Naukri. Okay, so yeah, these all things I wanted to speak. So anything from your end, let me know. Anything from your end, guys? What do you want to ask? Yes.
We have installed the card website on Ubuntu server, the project which I have done. Can you say the commands to install the card website on Linux server? Let yum install all that commands. Can you please show?
Okay. So okay, just understand it from the bigger perspective, Sushila. Okay, like I can tell you. Okay, but what I mean to say is that uh, let's say tomorrow you started working on any real time thing. So it is also a skill to find out the things. I can tell you the answers there directly, but here I'll show you is how you can do it. Okay, like in real time scenarios. Let's say I'm someone who is a trainer, but in fact I also work on so many different fields every single day. Okay, it's a not a single day happen where I'm not using ChatGPT. Okay, or it's not a single day happen where I'm not searching the things on internet. Okay, so let me ask you the first question, like have you searched the same thing on internet?
Yes, Amal,
Because
I searched, but it was bit confusing for me to get it. So I asked you. Yesterday I searched for the commands. Yum
okay,
install HTT. I have searched that commands. So bit confusing. It was to I have to clone from GitHub and I have to do it. No, I thought it would be better if I ask you. So I
okay,
asked you.
okay, okay. So let's say if I just wish to ask to ChatGPT, okay, like I'll show you just how to do it on different platform. So can you please tell me how to install Apache on Amazon Linux too, right? That's what we are using, right? So that should tell me the commands, right? So it's first of all telling me sudo apt get like yum update, then httpd y. So that's the first thing. Then I will be starting the httpd, then I'll be enabling it, and of course I can check the status. So these are the five commands we have. So I just need to grab these five commands. I will be putting inside my Amazon Linux machine. Okay, only these five commands which will install a httpd. Now after that, further the steps are going to remain same. That you have the data at where www.html location. So you'll be saying that git clone, and then okay, one more thing that in Amazon Linux, I don't think Git is already installed. Okay, so if you launch any machine anytime, okay, and if you try to look for a Git, is a Git installed? So you'll come to know Git is not installed, so you need to install a Git again. Okay, like you have to say git clone. So to work the git command, you should have the git installed. So you'll say you can ask again. Let's say what is what are the commands to install Git on Amazon Linux too. Okay, so you can look for it. Again, it is going to be the yum install, you know, Git. Okay, that's it. So nothing more. So this is the one way, or you can just look for how to put website on Amazon Linux too with Apache web server, something like that. Just look for it, and you get either the documentation from this, okay, or else like dev community or medium. So medium, okay, something like that. You should refer those documents. Okay, geek for gigs you have from this one, then we have this one, right? So just open it. Okay, let's open any one and check it. Okay, so let's say we are opening this dev one. So if I check. Okay, so they're talking about the commands, right? First of all, let's install the HTTPD. They're also talking about configure firewall, but that's not requirement. You can do it. That's a bit good thing, but it's up to you. Okay. Then here you can see just create one sample page where www.html. Put there. You can put your code or this code. Okay, and that's how you can have the web. This thing is installed. So what I'm trying to say is that you should get enabled to search the things and do it by your own, because that is the most important skill you have. Okay, I can tell you each and everything from the start. I don't mind for that, but until unless you do the things by your own, you won't be able to do it in real time. Okay, Sushila, so please
The
start
same
doing that.
website I have referred yesterday, Amol, the same website which you are showing, there it shows firewall and all. No? There I did not get what is that firewall and all. So there, by seeing two, three website, I got bit confused.
Okay, okay. So that happens. Okay, that happens. So let's say you don't understand it from one website, right? So the way I did, okay, exactly same thing you have to do. Just search it. I open at least four document, right? So, so I at least open four document. Just check on this, then second on this, okay, then third this, okay. So that's how you will learn. Okay, that's how you will learn. Like when you check multiple things from multiple document, okay. So one, I don't think. Let's say if I check this particular one, firewall thing will not be the provided everywhere. Or let's say when as I was teaching you about Ubuntu, so what formula we applied installing the Apache, just install Apache, let's see what happens. No, at least you will get some test page. So start doing it that way. Okay.
Yeah, okay, Amol.
Yes, fine. How about other guys? Anything, any help you required at this point? Anything, guys?
Hi, Amal. Amal, when we are running the code right in EC2, uh, there are few folders that are getting created, right? Deployment, root, and the other things.
When we are creating folder inside.
No, when we are creating the server and we are using the user data, okay,
Okay.
so there are few folders that are getting created, right? Like based on our inputs, like deployment folder and the few other things.
Okay. So user data gets, when you mention user data, so there is a by default folder inside that you can see the logs. Are you looking for logs of user data script?
Uh, Not exactly the logs, but in we have an OPT folder, right? OPT, and in that we have a deployment root folder.
Okay, we have the. Oh, okay, okay. Are you talking about that? I got
Code
you.
in
I mean,
code.
you're talking. Okay, I
Uh,
got your point. So you're referring to the code deployment, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got your point. Yes, yes. Go on. Yes.
So basically, what things get saved in this? And once again, like if I'm rerunning my code, okay, for the complete deployment process or the complete pipeline process, so will this be saving a new code again? Like whenever I do a rerun of pipelines.
Okay. So, do you know that we have one file name that got generated, right? Like it's in deployment. There's something you see something deployment name. We have it.
Yeah, deployment logs, ongoing deployment instruction, and one alphanumeric file has been created.
Yeah, that alphanumeric file is no inside that you will get the things which are related to that deployment. Okay, next time when you do the deployment like the code pipeline again, so you will get something one more file there with like one more alphanumeric file inside that the second whatever the things we have, so those files we will get inside that the second deployment details we will be having in the second file like that. The we just get an n number of alphanumeric files there.
Okay, got it.
Okay, if you show me the screen, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Is it possible for you to share screen?
Yeah, I can do. Can you please provide me the access?
Yes. Okay. Now for others, if they're not able to get what here we're discussing, so it is about the code deployment. So I told you to watch the videos from the that the videos, right? So the videos you should get to know. So there we are doing. Yes, exactly. Just wait there. Okay. So here you see that D D hyphen N7. Okay, that thing you see. The second line at start.
This one? This one, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what your deployment ID is. Okay. Now just go to AWS platform. Now go to code deploy. No, not code build, code deploy. So
Sorry.
code build is going to build the application. Code deploy is going to deploy your application. Okay. So can you see that? So this is the deployment ID and this deployment ID is same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So every single time when you're doing the deployment, so here you will get a deployment history, like one more entry will get added and same one more folder will get added inside that machine.
Okay, got it. And Anmol, one more thing. I have created a S3 bucket. Okay, this was the second time that I have run this code. But first, when I firstly run, okay, I was getting a folder in this bucket itself. Okay, let me show you this one. But now, when I have created a new one, so this folder is getting created, and in this, these are the files that are getting created. Why is it
Okay.
so?
Okay. I'll tell you. So what this the second thing is, this is not created by you. Okay, this got automatically created by the code pipeline. You see that the starting line is written as code pipeline AP South 1. Okay, so
Yeah,
this particular bucket created by the code pipeline itself. And if you click there, so in your build spike, just check artifact. Okay, you must have said star star slash star. Okay,
yeah,
so that's it. That is the other way to get your artifact and everything to be inside your bucket. Okay, if you click there, like just check your build spec file now. You have it handy.
yeah.
It would be there in your along with your code. Okay, or might be code commit, right? In code commit you have that file.
Yes.
Okay, just open the build spec file. Yeah, so look at the artifact at last. Okay, so because here you're saying that all the files, so all the files will consider as an artifact, and code pipeline is going to create one bucket, okay, with a separate name, and that's what it did here. So you are copying the things by your own way, that in the on a 14th line. So you have more control on that artifact, and here on line 15 number, if you want to take it directly anyway. So this is also other alternative. So that's the reason I showed you both.
But Amol, when we are creating this individually, right? So in when we were creating individually, in this only a new folder was getting created, and all the files were in this folder.
Yeah, okay, so in that case, okay, when I created in that demo, what happened that the bucket name, okay, so if you go to the the code build, okay, just go to the code build, I'll tell you. Okay, so code build, just click on here, build project. Now here you need to let's say if you want to see existing thing, okay, just click there. Yeah, click on that bucket and then go to actions, say edit. Okay, now if you scroll little down, okay, yeah, scroll little down. Yeah, here you have it. Okay, artifact. Now here you see the artifact, you are mentioning the artifact by yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, One more thing. Just scroll a little down. Do you have any other artifact option?
No.
Artifact packaging? No, right? Yeah. So this is the place where you are mentioning about your bucket name, paid clinic code build, and scroll little down, like to the last, to last, to last. Okay, one second. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so what is happening here? Just go to the code pipeline. Okay, in my case, what I've done, I'll tell you. Okay, in my case, what was the mistake? So you see here that code pipeline, sorry, the artifact bucket. So there I mentioned the same bucket name. Okay, so okay, there are two things happening. Let me tell you. Go back. Sorry for that. Just go to the code build section again. I didn't tell you, and I just tell you. Yeah, yeah. This is the one. Okay. So you see here artifact hyphen primary. So if you see my video again, so there what I've done is by mistakenly I have mentioned the same artifact bucket. Like for so I have created one bucket. Okay. So that bucket here name I have mentioned, and from the build spec file also I have mentioned the same bucket. So overall star that bucket, the artifacts are shifting to this particular location. Plus when I'm saying AWS S3CP, so that app.jar file is also getting shifted to the same bucket. Did you get my point? No,
Yes.
you get my point, right? Like what I'm saying is here why the code build cycle code build process is also going to shift my artifact to the same bucket. Plus
Mm.
I'm saying AWS S3CP. Okay, because of which I'm getting the artifact there in my that bucket in my case.
Understood, Anmol. But in this scenario also, this folder should be created, right? But it is not getting created for me.
Okay,
Like
so now
I
why
have,
what that happened? Okay, so can you go back again and show me that bucket? Okay, in that bucket there is nothing, right?
there is an jar file in this.
Okay, fine. Go back to your the other bucket. Yeah. Okay, it's the paid clinic pipeline. Click there. Okay. Just a second. So here, how you got the two things in different way? Okay, click on build artifact. What we have there. Okay, so this is your artifact. Okay, actually, it is having something different name, but this is what that app.jar file is. Okay, fine. Let's go back. Just go back. One step back. Okay. Like in yeah. Source artifact. What we have there. Okay. Now this is the your code files. Okay, that whatever the code files you have. But those all are in something like a in different format, like in zip format. So if you extract that, download and extract that, so you should get that code files. Okay, fine.
Okay.
uh, so here why you have got this. Okay, there is one more reason why you might have got it. Okay, just go back to the code pipeline now. Okay, looks like this pipeline is also created by the code pipeline, so you must have got this by the code pipeline. Okay, do one thing, just simply click on the create pipeline. So where you get that option, I'll tell you. Okay, then scroll down a little bit, scroll down a little bit more. Okay, once again, I'm not able to. Yeah, so stay here. So advanced action artifact store. Okay, you see here that this is a default location you have. So why you have the artifact there? Amazon SC. You just look at that bucket name. Okay, code pipeline AP South one. So this is the bucket name which you have it, and because of which you got the artifact inside that folder. So it is a
Okay.
code pipeline who is pushing this artifact.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And also, Amal, one more thing. While we were selecting this, okay, in pipeline, there was an option enabled for load balancing. Okay. So
Yeah.
So is that something that we need to take care while we are creating a load balancer, or like using ASG we will be doing it? Like how that mapping, if I wanted to deploy it with an ASG group, okay, so I will be creating a launch template. So where I will be defining that template over here, because I have not come across, means I have not noticed it, but where we can apply that ASG template so that I can deploy this application using that only.
Okay,
Because in
okay.
this all deploy stage, I think we were getting only an option of Amazon EC2 to select.
Oh, okay. You're talking about deployment. Okay. So
Yeah,
while deploying, like while choosing the deployment, how you chooses your instances is basically with the name, with the tag name. Okay, with the tag
yeah,
name. So what happens? So in case of your application, okay, I mean when you'll be creating your ASG template or whatever, right? So during that time, you'll be creating all your EC2 servers with simple tag name. Let's say web app. It is a web app. Okay. So
okay,
here, in case of code deploy, you are gonna say that this is a tag name. That is a web server is a tag name for which you would like to do the deployment. So now that it is the it is the code deploy's responsibility to understand that how many instances I do have with that same name. That is a web app. Okay. So your deployment is going to happen on the basis of the tag name, and ASG is going to create instances with the same tag. So that's how it is related. That's how those things get related.
okay.
You get my point?
So yeah, so the flow would be the same, right? So I will be creating a load balancer. Based on that, I will be providing the target groups using the launch template and everything. So this is one entity. And after that, like I will be creating these all things using code deploy, code commit, and code pipeline. And in the deployment sector section, I will just mention the tag name over there.
Yes.
And once
So
this deployment is
ASG is
done,
creating your instances. ASG is creating your instances. Let's say it has created three instances, and in deployment, like while mentioning the code deploy thing, so you'll be telling that this is the tag name on which you have to do the deployment. So whichever the matching tags we have there, so on that deployment is going to happen. Okay.
okay. So accessing part, like as we are doing here with this, just the single EC2 server public IP, there we can do it with the load balancer, right, Amol? Is that the flow,
Yes.
right?
Yes, is
Okay,
correct.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's it, Amol, from my end.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. For others also, the whatever we discussed so far, it might be a little bit overwhelming because probably you guys, if you have not watched those three videos, okay, so the whatever we discussed that might not be understood to you. So you should be checking those videos that will give you an understanding about how we are doing the actual things. Okay, or like when you'll be doing the project by yourself, you will come to know what here I'm talking about. Okay, so fine, guys. Okay, anything else you want to discuss? Still, you have the today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow to do the project. So you just keep doing the project. Okay. Yeah. And anything comes to you, you can ask me. Yes.
Amol, one small request. If you have
Yes.
some task, if you can share it related to AWS, so then I can try to work on these things as we have a week off.
Okay. Okay. So you want some extra task?
Yeah, if possible.
Yes. Sure. 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 I have it. Okay. Just do one thing. Today I'll be a bit busy, but just do in email to me. Okay. I
Sure,
will send you the task. Okay. For
sure,
tomorrow
definitely.
and day after tomorrow. Yes.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, Prathamesh. Anything from your end?
Yes, Amal sir, I'll send you the one mail. You can just check it. Is that not related to our session, just as other thing.
Okay.
Can you
You
check
have
it
sent
and
me
let
mail.
yes.
Okay. Let me check. Just give me a second. I'm checking. When did you have sent?
Just hold on.
Uh, Sorry, I might have missed it.
Is that the 15th June?
Okay, 15 June. Give me a second. Okay.
So
Okay. You
can we
want to
talk?
discuss something? Okay. Yes, sure. Fine. Prathamesh, I'll just reply to your mail and yeah, we'll connect. No problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, guys.
yeah,
Okay, fine then. We'll stop here for today. And yeah, see you there in the next class. Okay, I'll message you. I'll email you. Okay, for the next class. So have a good day, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Amal. Bye. Have a good day.
Have a good day.